guys, so we're going to be doing a test stand video for the new World Chalice deck that I did recently, so if you guys haven't seen that video, definitely do check it out. We'll quickly apologize for any noise you might hear in the background. I am recording this on the weekends, and I have these particular neighbors that love playing music really loudly. They tend to party a lot during the weekends, and they just do this for about 8 hours straight, so I really can't organize my time that well. They do it 8 hours every single day during the weekend, sometimes even on the Friday as well, so it's just really awful and I really have no way of dealing with it. But with that being said, let's just get started with these test hands. Okay, so definitely a very interesting hand here. It doesn't look too amazing when you actually think about it, but honestly I think I can definitely work with this. So for example, let's just normal summon out the Chosen and link him away, allowing us to go for Imduk, and from there Imduk will allow us to do our second normal summon, so we simply get rid of him, tribute him, sorry, to summon out our World Chalice himself, so that definitely is a great thing. Unfortunately, we do actually have to utilize Monster Reborn in this particular case here, simply because we don't have enough cards to go into anything. So I'm just going to Monster Reborn. You can bring back whatever you want. I'm just going to bring back the Chosen, doesn't really matter. And then we could link these two together, allowing us to go for our Aurum. Okay, so we go, actually what we'll do is we'll put a center marker right there, but we'll go for Aurum, and that will obviously trigger off World Chalice's effect, allowing us to summon two. We're obviously going to bring out Lee as our main first one, and for the second card we're going to bring out the Guard Dragon, and because of that Lee can also allow you to add an additional monster as well. So in this particular case you have the choice to either add another Chalice to the hand to prepare. You could either add a second Chosen, or you could even add, let's see, your other Guard Dragon, which I think, you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the Chosen instead. I think Chosen is definitely a far better choice in this case. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. And then from there, what we could do is we could also take Transmodify, activate it, getting rid of Lee, allowing us to go for Venus. There we go. So we're going to put her on the very far end here, sorry about the focus there, put her on the far end there, and let's see, what else can we do here? Obviously Venus will allow us to go for our Shine Balls, so we get 3 Shine Balls here, 2 and 3. Alright, awesome. So at this point you could either take one of the Shine Balls, and you could take the Guard Dragon itself and allow you to go into Ib. See, where is Ib? Here she is, and yeah, you get Ib here. Then what we could do is we could take a Guard Dragon's effect, allowing us to banish it and special summon out our Chosen back again, right over here. Now remember what I said in the deck profile is that Chosen could actually be treated as a tuner monster, so together with the other Shine Ball you could actually link them together and allow you to actually go for or rather synchro summon and allow you to go for Ib, the World Justiciar. So that will allow us to add your World Chalice cards, so you have a choice of, let's see, you could go for Succession, or we could go for, or you could go for Guard Dragon, or you could go for Heart. Now I do think that Heart is probably the I guess the most lackluster one you could add right now, but I do think that, well, it's interesting. I mean, we could just go for the basic one. Yeah, we'll just go for Succession. It's the most easiest one to meet the conditions for, and we already banished off our Guard Dragon, so we can't really do too much there. But that being said, we could also just link Climb at this point. It would be interesting. We'll take, I mean, I want to use Succession as well, but honestly, do we have to? No, we don't really have to in this case. What I do like here is, in our current situation, we could take Ib and we could take Aurum, and we'll just link these two together, which will allow us to go for Mech Knight Avramax. Very nice there. And from there, either Aurum or Ib in the graveyard will allow you to special summon out the Chosen from the hand. So then we could take the Chosen and we could take the Ib, and together we could synchro summon them, because Ib is a tuner monster, which will pretty much allow us to go for our Savage Dragon. From there, Savage Dragon will take something and equip it, so we're going to take either Aurum or Ib. I think I'll take Aurum in this case, simply because I think that Ib has better link markers, so in the situation that we bring her back, she does open up more zones for us to utilize. We mustn't forget about Ib's effect as well, which will allow us to also special summon out a World Chalice from our deck or hand. Is it hand? I think it might be from the graveyard. Well, either way, we're just going to bring it from the deck. I'm going to bring out the second Guard Dragon. Alright, I think I'll bring it right here. And from there, we also have... So at this point, we already have a negate, so if our opponent's planning anything at this point, it's too late for them. Let's see, what do we have here? We have a few interesting choices. Could revive something such as the Ib, allowing us to go for further plays. That could be an option. Let's see, so we have this, and that. Could link summon into... I mean, at this point we can't really co-link, but I was thinking we'll go for Succession, which will allow us to go for... I mean, we just go for Ib, it doesn't really matter. And then, should we just go for Yugioh? I mean, it does sound kind of reckless to just do this, but either way, I don't really think we have anything to lose here. So I'll just go for Yugioh. Take these four, link them away, and go for our Yugioh. And then from there, we basically get to draw 4, so I'm going to shuffle this up. Alright, so we get 4 here, and now we get to return back 3. Now we already got the Ash Blossom in our hand, so I'm just going to return the second one back to the bottom of the deck. And so we had to return 2 more. I'll return the Venus, we don't really need it at this point anymore. And I'll probably return back the Lee. Because you know what, we actually did manage to get a Swing of Memories, which is basically another monster reborn, so definitely very nice here. At the same time, we did have Yugioh's second effect as well, which allows us to special summon from the hand, so that would have been a really nice one. But that being said, I think Swing of Memories is definitely good enough as well. So if you actually wanted to do some further plays there, then you definitely have that choice. But that being said, I think that's pretty much the extent of our play for this one. I am pretty happy about it, simply because it is definitely very different. Obviously, it's a little bit more conservative. As a result, we are able to bring out Yugioh, Avramax, Savage Dragon, which still is the negate, and we also have the Ash as well, ready for next turn. You could have kept the other Ash as well, but there was no point since she's only once per turn. But yeah, that's pretty much our first test hand, so let's give it another go. Alright, let's move on to our next test hand. Okay, very interesting here. This one does not look like too much of a good test hand here, but we do have 2 Caught by the Grave, so I think we're a little safe from hand traps. But that being said, we do have Brilliant Fusion. We could actually go for that right now, maybe we will. So I'm actually going to just activate Brilliant Fusion, allowing us to send our 2 monsters. So firstly, Garnet, and secondly, you know what, just go for it. Just send the Trick Clown, allowing us to get our additional monster out as well. So we have Trick Clown out, and we also have the, let's see, the Seraphinite as well, so it doesn't matter. Defense, I'll just use a center marker right here. So bring out these 2, and then from there, we'll do our very first normal summon, which will allow us to go for Lee. Then it will allow us to add our World Chalice. And then from there, we'll just go for a second normal summon, tributing off the Seraphinite, allowing us to go for the World Chalice itself. From there, take the World Chalice and the Lee and link summon them both, allowing us to go for Aurum. Put him right there, and of course World Chalice himself. We'll bring out 2. So we're going to bring out the Guard Dragon for one of them, and we'll probably bring out the Chosen for the other one. So where is Guard Dragon? Right here. So we have Guard Dragon, and from here, let's see, what else can we do here? Oh, actually, we actually have a Guard Dragon in hand. That's very interesting. Does seem a bit, yeah, it seems a bit odd there. So maybe I might not go for this. I might actually go for something else. I might go for the second Lee. So where is Lee? We'll go for the second Lee right there. Yeah, I think that's a better choice since we already have Guard Dragon in hand. So with that being said, I'm just going to go for, you know what. Alright, let's see, where are you? Here you are. So we'll go for Justice. I'm just going to put everything in attack mode. You guys will know when to put it in defense, but this definitely saves more space. But yeah, we're going to add our card here. So I'm actually going to go for the Guard Dragon. Old Legacy Guard Dragon. Bit more appropriate in this situation, but you'll see why. So from there, what we can do is we'll take the one of the Lees, I guess, bring it back to our hand, and ditch the Guard Dragon to the graveyard. From there, we can then take. I need to carefully plan this out, but I think I'm okay. Basically, I just need to open up zones there. So I think 2 different attributes. Unfortunately, that is a spellcaster, but you know what, it's perfectly fine. We'll just go for the Guard Dragon right now. And careful if you're placing, I'll put this on the far end. We'll bring back the Guard Dragon, and then we'll link these 2 together, allowing us to go for our Ib. And then Ib herself will allow us to special summon more monsters from your deck. In this case, you either want your Guard Dragon, or you could also go for some other things, such as the Chosen as well. Let's see, did I already go for Chosen? Yes, I did. So that's perfectly fine there, but we could also have the option to go for the second one, but I'm just going to go for Guard Dragon, just because I think him being in the graveyard is a little bit more better. So as a result, I think that's a way better choice there. So from here, I'm going to take this, and link these 2, which will allow us to go for our Nightmare, Cerberus. In this case, let's say that, well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I was thinking Nibiru, but I didn't want to actually think about that situation right now. So yeah, we'll just go for the Cerberus, and I think that'll be fine. And then from there, we could banish off the 1 Guard Dragon, allowing us to special summon back either our Garnet or our Chosen, whichever one we want. And we'll just link them both as well, allowing us to go for... Oh, actually, we don't need to link this one just yet. We'll go for the Ib, and we'll go for the Aurum, and together they link into our Avramax. Okay, so we have Avramax. I'll bring him here. That way we could co-link with the Cerberus. I definitely think that's very nice. And then from there, either Aurum or Ib will then special summon back out our Lee from the hand. Of course, she already added, so we can't really do anything there. But from that, we could also then link further into something else as well. So in this case, you have the choice to either go into the Phoenix, which I think that wouldn't be too bad of a move there. So let's probably take these 2 and go for Phoenix. It does look a bit incomplete, this whole board here, but overall I am satisfied with this, simply because Cerberus protects you from card effects, Phoenix protects you from battle, and then Avramax himself, he's the one that's supposed to be targeted by this. So overall, definitely very nice indeed, and together it's a nice sort of a lockdown that your opponent can't deal with. And although you have these 2 open zones which you could have made use of, I think it's definitely okay. But we also have 2 Called by the Grave here. But keep in mind, we did work with just 3 cards to begin with. So the fact that these 2 Called by the Grave could have been anything else was definitely a very nice thing there. So 3 cards produces this. I definitely think that's really good. That's definitely a big plus.